Hi everyone, welcome to another Hattons Model Railways live stream, and today we've got a skills cast session for you showing some of the ways you can detail your stations, whether you're a modeler of any scale or any era. There's some great items available right now for modelers on any budget, and you can really enhance the stations to the level that you would like. There's so many different parts available. We have hundreds of accessories right now that you can pick up, as said, from really cheap prices right through to very expensive, highly detailed items too. We've got full details down there on the link in the description, as always, giving you some more indications of the various bits you can pick up. But I thought I'd show you some of my favorites here today, some of the different items that you can get either as plastic kits or ready to plant items onto your layout, to show you just how easy this can be. You really don't need any skills, to be honest, for today's skills cast session, although a couple of our top tips for applying glue and cutting things with scalpels are always applicable, and I will cover some of those throughout the stream too. So let me know if you'd like to find out any more on these particular items that you see here today. As said, this is just a very small selection of what we have on offer. So if you'd like to see more, do head over to that link, and there's various different items there too. So I'll take you over to a little closer at our station so far. I'm using the Hornby Scaledale resin platforms here, which come pre-coloured and pre-painted, that you'll see, and I've already started to add a very small amount of detail to our station model. I've got the Hornby newspaper kiosk, which comes as a resin building that you can see there. This is ready to plant and comes straight out, and this is part of a range of resin buildings that you can pick up from the likes of Hornby, from the likes of Bachmann Scenecraft out there too, mainly in 00 and N-gauge, but there is a growing amount of these models available in O-gauge too. So these can be glued straight onto your layout, or they can just be placed down and moved whenever you fancy it. So I'll put that straight down onto there now. You'll see I've already started to attach a couple of other items on there too. I have placed a passenger on here. Now, this is at this stage applied with just a very small amount of grey tack, which blends in fantastically with the station platform. So for a temporary join, or if you're putting passengers down for the odd occasion, you can use something similar to this. You can pick it up from most places out there, and I believe we have some in stock too. You can buy it in rolls. That's great for temporary applications. If you are making more permanent applications, gluing down the buildings, passengers, etc., etc., I would recommend super glue, of which we have many different types on our website, such as the Expo Rocket Rapid Glue or other types there too. And of course, the golden rule of applying glue is never to apply it directly from the bottle. Use our trusty cocktail sticks, as we see here, to apply the glue onto the model so you can control the amount of glue you have there. For the purposes of today's session, as I'm attaching everything temporarily, I will just be using grey tack. If I was putting it down more permanently, I would be using super glue. So let's head back over there and we can look at one of the other items that we've got here, which is the fencing that we can see. We'll just wait for the camera to focus. There we go. This is the Ratio 00 fencing, and this comes in many, many different types, but some of you will have already spotted there that this is the Midland style fencing, as you can see on the screen for you there now. This is as it comes on the sprue. This is really easy to take off the sprue, just using your knife on there to cut the different attachments on a cutting mat. So you cut at the various different joins on the pieces. If you want to find out a little bit more behind the methods there, you can of course see our building plastic kits video, which is available on our channel too. So they're really easy to attach. You'll find that when you have put them together, you'll get little lugs at the bottom. Now you can either drill these into your layout. I'll just try and get a close up there for you on the screen. You can either drill the holes into your layout to put them on. If you're putting them on a station platform, as you can see here, I have attached it to the rear of our platform piece. And you can do exactly the same here with either, again, a small bit of super glue or blue tack as you wish. Before I do that though, I'm going to add a little bit more detail to this particular piece. I'm going to add some signage, and this is part of a range of signs. We actually have over 200 of these in stock across the different scales. You can get various different platform signs. And again, if you want to find out more information on those, you will find those on the description. So have a look in there. Don't worry too much about the link going over to Staging there, Terry. That is one of our public websites, and it does have some really great ways to be able to search through the products. So time to time, I do put links in there to our Staging website if I can find a better link to what I'm showing you on the videos. So feel free to have a play around with some of the filters over on there too. So these trackside signs are really easy to apply. They're all self-adhesive, and they are fantastic to cut away. They all come away fully separately. So these are great little bits to add to station buildings or fences, as I'm going to do today, or some of the other parts of the stations, maybe retaining walls. Take a look at some of the inspiration out there too, from either prototype images from long ago or other layouts that you see at exhibitions or on videos, etc. This is one by a gentleman called Eric Hines, and this is Hemyock. So you can see here some of the details I'll be adding today, and some of the details Eric has chosen to fit onto his layout, including a large amount of signage, station lamps, passenger details, etc., etc. You can really start to bring these different items to life by doing something as per that. And again, take inspiration from other modelers' achievements and, of course, the real-life stations that are out there too. So, heading back to our signs, I'll just peel a couple of these off. It might not come up too well on the screen, but you can just about see that these posters on the right are separately peeled. You don't need to slice or cut them, and they are self-adhesive, so you can see it just, hopefully not too long, sticking to my thumb there. And I do apologise for putting a London North Eastern Railway sign onto a Midland fence. I know that may offend quite a few people out there, but for the purposes of today's model, we'll have a bit of artistic license. Of course, you can paint these fences up before application. They do come in the white and the brown that they were painted in real life, but a small amount of weathering. I'll just try and get that to focus there for you. Maybe give it a moment, pull it back a little bit. You can, of course, paint these up and add your own detailing, but already with that poster there, I'll just put a couple more on just to enhance it a little further. And it really is as easy as peeling them away from the backing sheet. I'm sorry about the camera not focusing too well. I think it's because I'm giving it a little bit of up close and then far away again. So I'll just put some of those on and then I'll attach it to our layout. You get various different timetables on there too, posters, all different sorts of features and items. And as you can see, this is just a small part of the range we have available from either trackside signs or from Tiny Signs too, who do make more platform-based signs. As you can see here, these are O-gauge, so you've got various goods depot, various different station building signs there too. And that is just two from a range of over 200 that we have. So you can see here now we've got our posters on the station platform. You did see these a lot more often during the Steam era. You still see signs out there now, but they are becoming fewer and further between, and a lot more commercial based rather than the poster boards that were operated by the big four railway companies. And just to bring you back over to the other little screen there now, all I'll do is just put a very small amount of grey tack on there to temporarily attach this. If I wanted to put it on there longer, I certainly would be putting small amounts of glue onto the rear of our platform here, but just for a very temporary setup to show you today, I'll just put some big clumps of the tack on the bottom of here and then put that on. I wouldn't recommend this if you were building a layout for an exhibition or at the same time building a super detailed layout, but for temporary purposes, even if you're just trying something to see how it looks, you can see there that straight away the detail has been applied. I'll just give it a second to focus again for you there. And you can see that that's come on now. We've already started to add further details to our station too. It really is as easy as that to start enhancing a lot of the details here today. So we've got some of the items there too. let's have a look at what else I've got in my pile today. We have the PD Marsh platform detail set. You can see a great amount of these either for modern era or for the Steam or classic eras out there too. This is a range of pre-painted items that come ready to fit onto your layout or onto your station. You can just see the selection as they come in the box there. Again, it might just take a second to focus on. And you can see these really are suitable for the era that we're replicating here with our old-fashioned stations. So we'll certainly get one of those on. Again, a small base there on the bottom to glue if you wish, if you're putting it down temporarily. Some of these items do balance straight away, and some of the items are assisted by a small amount of tacky wax or something similar. It really depends if you are putting your items on there. As for the posters, Richard, have a look at what we have available. A lot of these ranges are done from artwork supplied to the original railway companies, such as the trackside signs that we saw previously, or the tiny signs that we have there too. They have researched the correct fonts, etc., etc. And most of these are self-adhesive, so it'll save you a huge amount of time with glue or other adhesives. As we saw earlier in the stream, it was really easy just to peel those, stick them straight to the fencing, and they are now down there on our layout. But we haven't quite given our layout a name yet, have we? We need some way of identifying what this model's called. And you'll see here the platform signage kits. You can certainly do it with those. There are many different sets of these that you can pick up. One I thought I'd show you here today is something a little bit different, something that we don't cover too often on the stream, so I thought it was worth a closer look. And it gives us a second to get the platform there in high definition too, before I go and ruin that by putting something close up. This is the EFE set of accessories. You'll see we've got some benches in there, but you've also got the name boards and the London Underground style name board there too. These are self-adhesive pieces, and of course the distinctive London Transport style name board. You can just about see the embossed style signage there, so you've got great space to put either the posters or the map. You can see just underneath where the various parts are. Let me see if I can move those out of the way. It's exactly the same story with the signs again. You've got self-adhesive signage there that you can apply straight on to these different pieces, and then these clip straight together and straight onto your layout. I'll show you just how easily these do go together. Just get them open and we shall do it. I won't be putting the posters on today, but it is exactly the same method as we just saw. In fact, I might just put one of the station's name signs on so we can give our station a bit of an identity. So these are available from us now too. Although they are London Transport themed, as you've seen, they can be used for a lot of different items. And of course, you can put your own names and stations on them too. So again, these are just self-adhesive stickers that just go straight on. Just make sure you're lining them up really well with what's on there. As you can see, that's on there now. And then just clipping the little seats into place there, making sure they sit in. Make sure I get them right as well, which is the most important bit. Then I would put a little bit of glue on there normally, but for the purposes of today's quick session, we'll put that straight into place. And now we have some benches and we have a name on our layout too. I'll just try and flick backwards and forwards to get that in HD for you. Let's head back over now and see if the camera's decided to like it. Just about a little bit better resolution there. So we've started to really pull some detail here. Now we have benches, we have an identity on our station. Of course, we are missing some major station buildings, but we're looking today at some of the minor detailing parts which you can add to your station to really enhance those. Of course, we do have a range available of really big and really small station buildings out there too. So we've really started to pull up a lot of the accessories. I'll just show you some more of the little details that you can get. I'll hand you back over to the smaller station camera that you can see below. And I just want to say again how easy it is to add all these parts on here today. There's nothing I've missed off. There's no hidden secrets. They are just all really easy parts. We've got here the station accessories kit from Model Scene, and you'll see all this is a very, very basic plastic kit that needs a little bit of painting to finish off, but it's a really easy set of details to add to your layout. This again is double O gauge, and on this sprue, which would cut away with our knife, we have 2 large station clocks. We have various different fire buckets at the bottom, a litter bin there too, various different lights and signals for the station. And that looks like a clock, actually. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm going to go with an old style station clock on there, but I'm sure I can be corrected. I'll have a quick look at the product description there later. And that shows you just the sheer amount of items you can get. So they're really easy to put together, just a very small amount of plastic glue and super glue if you wanted to put them down permanently. Or again, we've still got our small amount of grey tack if we are making a temporary connection. And of course, we sell the likes of tacky wax too. Finally, once we've got all our details down, we can add some of the larger buildings, and we can also add some people. Adds a little bit of identity and life to our layout, and we get a huge range of pre-painted people across N, OO, and O gauge too. There we go. That's got it in HD for a quick second there, so enjoy that. So one example to show you here today is the PD Marsh Platform Porter, which is not only a figure, you can see there, the PDZ50, if you're looking for it on our website. I think you're right there too, Dan, actually. I think it is a set of luggage scales, so thank you very much for your comment. And again, these come pre-painted, pre-ready to install on our station, so something like this can sit straight there. We may just need a small amount of grey tack, or for more permanent connection, glue to stick down the feet on our porter, but we can certainly have him there with his trolley heading off down the platform to get his next delivery. And again, these came pre-painted straight out of the box. I've not spent hours off the stream painting any of these items. Just to give you again a bit of a summary of what I have done, I've split the fences from the sprue, I've stuck the adhesive signs to them. No cutting and sticking required there, just able to do it with your fingers. I've put our station sign, our London Underground style sign here together again. No tools required there either. And a little bit of grey tack for these semi-permanent connections has put down some of our details there too. And this just shows you a really small selection of what we have available. We've not even spoken about some of the modern accessories that we see here and some of the larger station signs. I have a huge bag of Dapol station accessories, which is a plastic kit full of small parts, passengers, etc., which you can paint. I have even more posters there, actually, again, London Transport themed. And if I put these on the sign that you see, bring it down to you, you can see there again, a great one for Richard, who was asking the questions before. You can see that these are based on the original artwork from the era. So they're fully authentic, and there are many, many different styles of those we have available for the different eras and for the different locations across the UK too. So it's really easy to enhance your stations. Getting the simple platform to start off with, of course, is the major part, but then adding a bit of individual flavor to your model is really, really easy. And hopefully today I've shown you just how easy that can be. You can start to add further buildings. You can add footbridges, station buildings, waiting rooms, fogman's huts, signal boxes, etc. But for the little bits that bring the stations to life, there's hundreds of items available right now that you can find on our website, whatever scale or area you model, that you can pick up today. If there's something you want to learn a little bit more about, or I've not covered in as much depth as you'd like, please leave a comment under the video, or do get in touch with our customer experience team, who'd be more than happy to help you out there too and answer any questions you have. And of course, the trickiest part of today, I think King Gory's already come up with that there, is actually deciding what name to give your station. That's a really tough one in itself, and that's probably the trickiest part of today's session. I think we've gone with Hammersmith for today on the London Underground network, but who knows, this can be any station you want it to be. And have a look through the different accessories to get the theme, the people, and the items ready for your layout, exactly what you want it to be. If you'd like to find out some more, don't hesitate to click the link in the description where we've got a huge amount of items available across a different set of scales. Every item I've shown here today, including the track and the platform pieces, is something that we have available right now. So you can pick up all these starting from around £3.50 for the smaller parts. We will be covering more sessions on detailing platforms in the future with some of the larger buildings. And of course, as Arno mentions there, looking at installing some working platform lighting and some non-working platform lighting too, to show you the hows, whys and wheres of how that fits onto your layout. I hope you've enjoyed this little SkillsCast session. I've certainly enjoyed putting it on for you. And if you have, we have many more on our YouTube and Facebook pages that you can check out. Thanks again for you guys for watching and giving me some inspiration on what to model here today. And thank you for the various modelers out there who have already completed their stations to give us something like Eric did here to aspire to and recreate on our own layouts. So I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, where we have many more videos like this, including SkillsCast sessions, and of course, all the latest model railway news coming throughout 2021 too. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.